Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm coming on in today because I'm going to show you some of my books, if you're interested. But if you're not, well, maybe you can just come back later for the next video or something. Because I have a very large library of books. And I was in there this morning, in the other room, picking out... actually, I couldn't get them all, or some of them because I wanted, but I will later on down the track sometime. So I brought out about 30 odd. So now they're books to do with embroidery, of course. And you know, so I have collected these up over the last 30 odd years, I suppose. And I want to just so some of them I won't go all the way through because, you know, but I know what's in them, so I can show you. Now I haven't actually used a lot of them for about 8 or 10 years. You know, I've just been not doing a lot of embroidery until just lately. So I was so excited to find them. Oh dear, I was so excited because they brought back memories of what I can do, what I've learned, you know. So anyway, now one of my favourite subjects, of course, is stump work, and I have got many many books on stump work, embroidery. So that's 4 of them. Now what do I do? I'll be over here. It could be in the pile here, and I don't know if I can lift it up because it's a bit heavy. Or maybe I couldn't get them out. I do have another, because there's 2 in this series, like there's 2 of these that it was written by Jane Nicholas, and Jeremy bought me these when Ellie was born, about the same time, you know. Sorry about the glare, but that's because of the shot. It's I've put what's the name on it? Plasticky stuff. Actually, I have 2 copies of this. I think I've got 2. One of them I've got 2 anyway. The other one, actually, the other one I couldn't get out because there's that many books piled in there I couldn't reach them. So this is what this sort of things that you can do out of this. The contents. This I think I might have had it before. Oh dear, what am I doing here? Before. Now, I have done. Not that one. '95 I did these. I did them the year that Ellie was born. Right, I'll show you the other picture here somewhere because there's a lot of just instructions in it, of course. Should have put a little mark in. Sorry about that. Some of them I have marked because I knew I was going to want to do them one day, come back to them later or whatever. Where is this thing? Where is the actual picture? Must be where the other one is. It's got to be. I've done that. I've done that one, and it's up in the room. It's up in my lounge room on the wall. I don't know if you can see it very close up. It's worth a look, I tell you. It's really good. Really nice piece of work. She's a very clever lady. And I did that. I made that in the year that I had Ellie. Now there's something I should have showed you, but I will show you. I'll show you all these. I have got the books, and I don't really need them as much as what I would have done once, but of course I've done a lot of them over and over again on different things, different you know, styles of work. But this is absolutely beautiful, and it has everything in there that you need to know about that, and love it. Really nice. And I've got two. There's another one that she brought out, something the same. Now these ones here are by Barbara and Roy Hurst, and these are really nice. I really like these. These are more figures and things like that. Wait a minute, now we'll find something here. So there's these people in the orchestra. See, this is all 3-dimensional. These pieces are all made and then put onto your piece of work. separate. See, look, there's your bird. Now he has all these different pieces that are made, and then they're fastened together. So you're needle weaving all that, and it is really good fun. And it does take a little while, but I just really love doing it. I've done sheep before on another picture that I've gifted to people. So there's, just an idea of what. But you know what? See, some people find it hard to get things from books and other, but it's easy too if you show people how to do them. But these books are out there still, to be bought if you want, to go and find anything like it. Look at that. And this is the man's face. I've got people. Where's my people? I'll show you my people. I probably showed you my people before. I've got a lot of people, of these things around the house. Like, here's my idea of people. And here's another lady. So I've done this by looking at a book. So she's got bigger mutton sleeves there, but I did by just wrapping lace around, I might have to take this back out again. But I was really pleased with me people, how they turned out. Took a while, there's a few layers of things there, but it's really good fun. Look at this back of it. Well, I've had these done for so long. I don't know what I'm ever going to do with them, but it's just, you need to try stuff, see. I love the way that this man's clothes worked out, aren't they good? You just need to give it a go. I'm not very good with faces, but anyway, you just need to give it a go, don't you? Just have a try. If I show you part way of something, let me see. Here. I did an embroidery that was put in a magazine. So there's a man's leg there. There's his foot. I had to put instructions everywhere you went and whatever you do it and whatever you were doing, whatever I did. I had to do all the instructions as well. So these were pieces of the flower. That's a piece of his pants there, I think. But I've kept these samples because they're pieces that I'm only giving you a flash look at that, aren't I? Sorry about that. This is a snail. He was in a picture that I did as well of Jeremy with the wheelbarrow of vegetables. So that was another one that I did that I had published. This is part of one that I did. There's the mouse and there's his ear. Where's his face go? It's a mouse. Anyway, there's a mouse head. There's his little feet. But I had to do directions. So each of these were taken. They photographed every one of these pieces of the samplers, and then they sent them back to me because they put them in the book. Okay, so that's some of them anyway. But that's the sort of thing that you do. So I really wanted to do look at these hats, aren't they gorgeous? Look, I don't know where to start feeding them. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed by so much, I just can't get going. But I really love that there. So I don't actually copy anything. I did do that picture that I showed you a while ago, but I don't actually copy anything. I use the techniques. I just get the techniques. I've probably copied 2 or 3 things maybe. But not, you don't do that because it's just, you don't feel like you've actually achieved anything yourself if you do that, do you? So this is the first one I got. Oh dear, I was so rapt to buy this. I can remember when I got this in 93. There you go, it's in 93. And I was so excited because I really, really love this work. I really do love this work. I'm not a really big fan of these sort of styles of things, but I love the work. I do love the work. We can all put our own twist on things, can't we? There's a nice man there with his sheep. All that's needle weave and all them clothes. I think probably when I showed this before, there wasn't a lot of interest in embroidery, but slow stitching has started to get everything, people's juices flowing again, I suppose, to go back and have a go at these things. So there's a bit of a look at the faces. So that's that one. So that's really nice, that book. And then I've got this, excuse me, I've got this one. I know I've got another couple here somewhere, but actually I think I did yesterday. I got Jeremy to set them down somewhere. I don't know where you put them, but anyway, I can't blame him. They're here somewhere. You'll find, you might get to see them. This one here is by Kayden Dennison. She does some really nice things. I'll just give you a quick look through here. They're nice mushrooms. I'm a bit of a, I go a bit fast sometimes. You just want to see, look, there's their faces. They're nice. See, they're done with padded and, you know, but I want to do a course on, like a series on stump work, because it's definitely one of my favourite things. Look at that seahorse there. Isn't he amazing? Oh, that's that light shine on these pages too. That's not good. I'll come back here a bit. I'll bring the camera with me. That's a good idea, isn't it? So look, there's the flowers. Actually, somebody's asked me to do a flower. So I could do, there's different styles. You can do the needle lace ones, or the ones on felt or fabric. So these are all really, really nice, aren't they? Really beautiful. Look at that. Another bee. I've done a few of them. This is nice. You pick out, you know, you find what you really like, and then you get on with it, don't you? And so I put these down here. Okay, so then I have, as you already know, these ones here on Stitches. And I have a real lot of these. When I say a real lot, I do. I have, I don't know if I brought them all out. I've got one, I bought one out on acrylic embroidery. I've got ribbon embroidery, and I've got wool embroidery. And I've got these two here that I've already gifted one of those away. This is number 2 here, and I think I've showed you that. That's got all the stitches in it you could really want to use, you know. And I've been looking on Amazon this morning, putting books in the cart. Haven't bought books for oh well, all these I've got, a lot of these I've got second hand, and they're brand new, you know, because I've been up at that Can Assist or in Vinnie's, but people don't want books anymore. Now this one here I bought when Angus and Robertson was here, and that was many, many years ago, and it was really one of my best favourite books. But since then I've, you know, things change. I like it, but looks like it's got stuff on it, doesn't it? It probably has. Stuff been a bit of dushed. Yeah, there's a bit of dust on it. I haven't got a fairy to come up there and dust all. There's that many books piled up on top of the bookshelf, I can't get at them, so I'm going to buy a bigger bookshelf now, so then I'll have 2 big bookshelves in the room with stack full of, you can get a lot of books in it. Now I'm just wiping it all over the place. Okay, so this is needle weaving. Now some of this I really, really like. This is from 2009. Some of these I really, really like, and others get me scared because it's not. This is nice. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm trying to get you here so we've not got glare. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that one. I put that there so I could show you that one. And then there's these. These are all beaded, right? Now, so is all that. I couldn't get myself to do that. I just couldn't. It's too much. Then there's all these sort of, because people like to do these, what do you call them? I don't know, but they're a little bit, they're nice and they're well worked. They're very well worked, but they're like, I got a word here somewhere, it's just not coming out. These are all people ones. There's a couple here I've put little things in because these are ones that I would like. This is the sort of thing I would like to try, you know, or do some of. I've done some sort of things like this, but not a lot. Not a lot like that. So that's really nice, isn't it? Look at that one. And then there's these here. Love these. Look, these are beautiful, aren't they? Wait a minute. Look at there, there's a bug there. Oh, he's under the glare. Sorry about this, all the glare of everything. So there's just lots of different styles and because people, you know, everybody's got a different idea. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Work on that. All beads. It's all beads. And then there's these ones. Now, these are my favourites. These are my favourites. This lady here does these. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, these are all beaded. I've done white lily things like this. Actually, mine looks something like that. Only I was a bit disappointed because it was a little bit droopy. Otherwise, it wasn't too bad. And there's no instructions in this. This is just a what's the name? A gallery of beautiful things that people have done. See, look at that. Isn't this awesome? I'm showing it up under the camera, am I showing it to you? Good. And this here, look. Look at that flower. Isn't that awesome? Awesome, awesome, awesome. A lot of them there's a lot with wire and shells and all sorts of things in them. So that's that one. There. Look at that. And that was a little bit. That was about $40, and I think I only got it for a little bit less. I don't think I got it for much less because it was a good thing. Now, this I used to see all the time up at the shop we had here, and I used to say to Vanessa, "Oh, do I need that book?" This is the most amazing work. This lady's name is Trish Burr, and she does the most amazing work. Am I out as wide as I can go here? Look at this. This is called, it's like colouring in. It's like colouring in with a thread. And she's only using straight stitches, is what I can see so far. I have done a very small piece out of this. I'll show you in a minute. Actually, there, that's all she did was long and short stitch. Right, that's all the stitches she used. Oh, that's not true. Look at these more. But the satin stitch and split stitch, she did do more, but that's mostly what it is. See, so you got them here. That shows you what they look like in the different threads that you use as well. Different cottons, and there's all the cotton things. It's all about that. And there's the work. Look at the work. Isn't that awesome? That's amazing. It just looks like a picture of a flower, doesn't it? It doesn't look like embroidery at all. And look at this. It's just the way that she's put the threads and coloured it in. And that there. See? Put that how you do the tones. Put them all together. Look at that bird. Look at that bird. Isn't he awesome? I think I've seen something else. She might have been a fox. We'll get to more stuff later. So this is how you do it. You got instructions. And there's another bird. Look at him. Isn't he beaut? This book is absolutely beautiful. I probably spent more time looking at it than doing anything out of it, or using the instructions of it. See that one there? I think I had a go at him. I had a bit of a go at him. Oh. Isn't he good? Look at all them little feathers. All them tiny little feathers there. Look at that one. And these, look at the peach, plums, the fruit. It's just absolutely beautiful. It really is. And that is not hard. Well, she shows you in this book what every single thread, you know, like what the colours and everything. And then what you put next, you know. And look at this. This is the thorns off the rose on the bush there, look. Isn't that neat? It's a stem stitch. So she has done more than one stitch. There's the yeah, well, see, here's all the projects in this part here. And that's what she's showing us how to do. And look at these here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love this. Beautiful book. Absolutely awesome. You never know. I might sit down and stitch a lot of it one day. You never know. Now, we're going back to the olden days because I've not just got any particular pile here. I've just, it doesn't come off. I've got any particular pile. So this is embroidery in nature. Now, if this was in colour, I'd be absolutely just, you know, over the moon. See that? See that there? Isn't that cool? But it is not in colour. And I don't know how old it is. I mean, there might be a thing here somewhere. You probably can get it. You probably can get it. Oh. You probably still can get it somewhere if you wanted to. The only thing with me is I don't like the fact that it's in black and white. So here's a camel, isn't he cool? And he's got all them things stitched on him. I don't know why I'm going from the back. I always do that though for some reason. Some dear little pets coloured that in, and I don't know who that was, but I don't think it was one of mine. But see, here you got the stencil, the motif, so you can do this. You can colour, trace them and put them onto your piece of fabric, which I'll have to show you how to do. Now there's a mushroom. Look at that. All you need is the colour, because there you got all your stitches. Actually, these are probably only talking about it. There's that dear little pet's done that too. I don't think it was any of mine. Could have been. Nobody else would have had the book, I don't think, unless it was in here when I bought it, because I think I got this second hand at Vinnie's or somewhere. I do love the stitches in it. There's a horse. He's got himself little blanket things on his back and little pillows with all stitching on them. There's a one of a forest. There's all the stitches. Don't like it. Don't like the fish, I'm afraid. Don't like this sort of part. There's bits, you know. You got to pick out you do what you're doing, and you just take ideas from these sort of things. Like that. That's on stuff that the canvas. That's on canvas. It's not, to me. It's, I can see the stitches and that, but you know how people have got a thing about colour. If you have something in colour, it's more exciting. Look at these bits here. Now, so you can make all those bits. They're cool. You know, there's pieces that you can put on your horse. There's tail. And these bits here to put on the animals. You know, like all sorts of bits and pieces. Tails and manes and things they are. There's some birds and bird's eyes and ideas. So you got ideas. Reference book more than anything. That's what this is. I think it'd be more of a reference book. These are really good ideas here for your sewing, for your, whatever you want to do with that. And that's another one of canvas, but I really like that. It's a really good book, that. Got some really good stuff in it. Now, this is my very favourite. I'm going to say that about everything, but this is my very favourite thing. I do love crewel embroidery. I really do love crewel embroidery. Oh dear, I can't seem to get rid of that spot. I don't want to let me if I turn. Oh, no, I can't turn it off. I'm going to see what we're doing. Okay, so crewel embroidery. Now I've got this one A to Z of it, but I've also got this here that it's just so beautiful. It is. It's for beginners, and Sonya hasn't hardly begun any of this because all I do is look at it and then go, oh dear, I wish I had time to make that. But you know what? What I should do is just do a section. You know, so I have decided that I'm going to actually make a sampler. People, if you don't know what that is, you just do a small piece of work, you know, I don't know, do a heart, right? And then you do another small piece of work, and you do them all, then you put them onto one big piece of fabric, so you can call that a sampler, all right? Or you can just stitch them onto, get a piece of fabric, put some little lines down it like so, and put each thing in each square, and then you've got a sampler. But I want to do it and then put it onto something, because that was what I thought I might do, you know, so I can do that. And I can have a go at doing a bit of this as well, see, because I really want to. Now this is done with, you can do this with wool or thread. Well, I think a lot of it's done with, some of it's done with thread. This is wool actually she's got here. I'm nearly sure that's what that is. It is. It's needle over. It's actually what do you call it? I do know. Appleton, I think she's using. It's a wool, so it's done with a wool, but you can do it with anything you like. There's one I've seen a lady do this morning. She's got hers done with the, I've got the stuff ready to go. Look at me. See, I've got the wool. I've got the wool ready, and I'm going to show you how to do some of that. We're going to be busy this year. I mean, it's nearly halfway over the year, but it's just, you know, so I really love the effects and that on this really love this work. It's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can change your colours or whatever, or your stitches, because there's a real lot of variety of stitches in these too. A big variety of stitches. You don't have to use the colours that they've used. Look at that. Now see, oh well, oh gee, I like that. And you'll be able to see where I've got some of my ideas from, won't you? They're in my library in my head, a lot of them, but sometimes you've got to get the book. Oh, look at that. Isn't this awesome? And so I've got all the things here, the designs. But you can get these off lots of different things. You know, the adult colouring in books, you could copy something off one of them, you know, and then just get the, do a bit of that. Isn't it cool? Anyway, so that's that one. Then there's this one here. Oh, how many minutes have I got left? Only 3? You're kidding me. Wow, but I'm going to do another 10 minutes. I've only got part way through. Look at me. Look at this. This is awesome, this book. This has got the same sort of things in it. The stitches that go in it. I wonder if it's got any projects. Might have a project, might not. Usually at the back there might be the odd thing. Oh yeah, look, I've got a lot of designs there, so I could, if I wanted to get any of those, see? They're very open, so people, you could draw them yourself anyway. I'll show you these. I'll go through, get the right, oh look at that. I've done that. I've actually done that. I did it. I did that and put it on the front of a book a long time ago. Wow. Oh dear. So I hope you can see these. Look at that there. Isn't that cool? Wow. And that one. See, I could just do one of these at a time. But I want to do all different styles of stitching too, not just the one, because I can't help myself. Just want to. Okay. So this is one that I use a bit here when I go to find something to do. This is Embroidery Stitches, and it's not all sorts of different ones. And I was looking on Amazon this morning. I thought, I've seen that book. I've got that book. I thought to myself. I thought, Self, you've got that book. Now, why would I need to go and buy any more? I don't know. Because I want them to have them. I mean, I really would like some more crazy patchwork ones. So that was that A to Z one. I have got this one here that is actually beaded crazy patchwork, but I bought this second hand too, and a lot of this is not. It's mostly just the stitches. There's no projects in here that I'd like to, and there's ribbon embroidery as well as the beading. Hope you don't mind me just flicking through this a bit, but I'm sure when I come to do some more things we can have a bit of a look through. But I really like this, but I just sort of, there's some things that you think, oh well, I don't think I'll ever make that, but there's other things there that you can just use the ideas from, you know. You can just use ideas. Actually, I've got the bag I made hanging on the door behind me that I made out of beaded embroidery before I even had this. But it's not like, mine's beaded all over, the stitches are all beaded. I suppose I can show you that in a minute. I think that's his thing on the wall there, on that corner. And this one here is another, oh, that's a silk ribbon one. Where's the other crazy patchwork? They're there somewhere. But anyway, I better stop, I suppose. This is a lot of ribbon embroidery, and I don't mind it. I like it in the crazy patchwork. For some reason, a lot of ladies like this ribbon embroidery, but I'm not a big fan. I don't know why. I like it. It's pretty. I don't mind doing it. It's not hard. You know, I've got to be honest. I mean, there's no good me telling you that it's, you know. See, look at this. Now, you could do that if you wanted to. This is really pretty, isn't it, to wear, as a vest. So there's a lot of... Actually, I don't even think I think I taught myself to do all I know to know about the ribbon embroidery. I think. Look at this. This lady does amazing patchwork. It does that. does amazing patchwork. Anyway, I'm going to do part 2, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, talk to you in a minute, bye.